as I say to you, let's roll some dice in anger. If anyone is watching, if you want to like and subscribe, comment, all appreciated. Thanks very much. So this is Shadow of the Dragon Queen, session 18. When we last left you, the Calaman Commandos were in the Northern Wastes. You'd met you'd met Dalamar, and Dalamar's mission kind of you're in a city in World of Warcraft. His goals of finding this city of lost names coincided with yours. So you had this sort of bit of a pact. He wanted you to check out 3 sites, and then he was going to liaise with you, which means that he could then possibly pinpoint where the city of lost names is. You also went through a portal while you were in the Northern Wastes. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is push your map for you. So, excuse me. There's going to be lots of muting tonight. I've got third cold in 2 months. So, Wrecker's Edge, where you landed. Exile's End is where the Sylvanesti Elves were. You went through the portal just to the north and appeared here, where you met Clistron. Clistron was the young scavenger that took you back to his home at Heart's Hollow, where you met Ness, the leader, and various other people. You also met Lavender, who was a renegade mage, but Nordan, I believe, was quite laissez-faire about the whole situation.
Yeah, it was the cowboy guy, wasn't it? And his little crew.
It was the attempted cowboy.
Oh yeah.
You did get mercy if you noticed our American friend who watches sometimes put. He said, "Don't worry about it. He says most Americans can't do that accent either."
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that actually. But he said south, so I'm gonna have another go. I'm gonna have another go today. But
you got to think Gone with the Wind.
Wow,
you've got to embrace your inner Gone.
Well, thank you kindly.
You're in a Sam Elliott.
Well, so that's a lot deeper. Clistron's quite young.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And Ness was Australian for some reason. I don't know why. So from Heart's Hollow, you had other missions. Clistron asked you to escort him to the Dragonnel Spire. Nordan really didn't want to go, but
Sam didn't want to go.
Oh, okay.
Nordan is a dickhead. Sam was like, "No, this is a bad idea."
And they also wanted you. The scavengers that report into Heart's Hollow wanted you to check out the Bluemaw caves as well. They've spotted like a small settlement of dwarves around that area, and they wondered if they could open up a dialogue with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start you off at Heart's Hollow.
They Duergar on Kryn, Dave. Sorry.
Say again, dude.
Are there Duergar on Kryn?
They're kind of. They're not Duergar. They're not.
These are dwarfy dwarves.
Yeah, I forget what they're called, Mark. If I'm honest with you,
they're hill dwarves. The mountain dwarves all live in. They'll be hill dwarves if they're all.
No, they're not. They are mountain dwarves. If you remember in Thor Bodin,
I thought that's where they all lived.
Most of them, but there's Kyolin as well. Then there's other settlements of dwarves. There are Duergar, but they're called something different. But there's different castes of dwarves within the subheading of mountain dwarf.
Yeah.
And obviously gully dwarves as well.
Yeah.
I want to meet some gully dwarves.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
What was the one name from Dragonlance?
Boo Poo.
Boo Poo. Yeah. 3, yeah. No more than 3.
Yeah.
Whilst holding up 2 fingers
and licking a lizard.
Yeah.
So Heart's Hollow. Go on, mate. Sorry.
Sorry, the audio book that I listened to, the guy that was reading it out, he was the Gully Dwarfs, they were all really fucking Southern American dipshits. It was brilliant.
I think I've heard the same one because I used to call her Buppu, but it was the South American boo poo. Call me boo poo.
I was a renegade amongst our group because I used to say Paladin and they all said Paladin, but I didn't think it was. And
It's
I still
Paladin.
don't.
Well, you say what you want, but I say Paladin. So Hearts Hollow, where you currently reside. This is where I'm going to start you off. You arrived here. We finished the session after the introduction to Hearts Hollow.
Yeah.
How urgent are you as a group to get going again? Did you want to spend some time in Hearts Hollow first?
Are we against the clock in any way? Well, I think we are kind of in a rush, aren't we?
Well, we kind of are, aren't we? Because we sort of we called our boys in off the boats.
Yeah.
To meet up, and then we just disappeared through a portal.
Yeah. And then I also feel like we're racing against Lord Soth as well. There was that kind of implication, wasn't there? So
yeah, that's what I was trying to think of before. It was the trying to prevent him from doing his dark thing, which I dare say we're not going to.
We met all the key players, didn't we?
In Hearts Hollow,
You did. I mean, Ness was very much the leader. Sort of middle-aged woman, sort of. Very much. Well, because that's the other thing. The other thing that I just wanted to touch on briefly is the reason that you're here. Your mission is to find out what the Red Dragon Army are doing and get in their way as much as possible. So, I mean, if you want to just carry on. What we'll do is we'll take you to perhaps the next. You'll have a day's rest in Hearts Hollow just to recover. You'll have a good look around. Ness will come and visit you again and say to you that just to to gain from you reassurance that you're not going to be telling people about their home. This is their home.
I'll swear to her on the code and the measure. We won't betray them.
Est Solaris Oth Mythos, motherfucker.
Yes.
Before we depart, has everyone got rope and maybe some pittons? Because I'm thinking if we're going across this sort of gully type system, we're going to want climbing gear, aren't we?
A very good question. I've got
a hammer, pittons, and rope.
I've got 50 feet of rope.
Got rope, no pittons or hammer.
50 feet rope. Crowbar, in the box torch, skin.
Oh, we've got a crowbar. That's worth remembering.
I've got a lance, a mess kit, food, tinderbox, torch, foreskin, and rope. Yeah.
4 candles.
Well, now we know. We finally know that Arthas has not been circumcised. Thank you, Tom.
So there is a general store here, and also Lavender's, the renegade mage. She also has a supply of potions of healing, should you wish. I don't know how you're doing in terms of those.
We picked some stuff up from her.
We picked some stuff up from the
session.
So
was there not an item that we wanted to buy but we couldn't?
Bear with me. So it wasn't that we couldn't afford it, is that we were iffy about it. It's a elemental gem.
That's it.
When you break it and it casts conjure elemental, but the elemental can turn against you. So
that's right.
We're a bit iffy about it. We've got the money. We've got 117 in the group fund.
But then we thought that the risk of it would outweigh the benefit, didn't we? Yeah.
But I think we all have a potion of healing now, at least one. I've got one anyway. And I've also got a potion of Hill Giant Strength, which we brought from her for 100 gold pieces.
I've got a potion of healing.
I used my healing potion.
Did we not replace it?
Did we, Dave?
Mate, that's your job. You know how this works.
If it's not on your character sheet from the end of last session, then you didn't take one.
Yeah.
if it's
We
from the
have
end
the
of
gold
last
pieces.
session, then definitely I'll add one. I shall do
Do you-
it now. In fact, I was just
well-
thinking, how do I do it? So
No. So it'd be on your character sheet if we
Yeah.
brought it last session.
oh,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
oh
Andy,
no, in
do
that
you
case,
have one?
no, it's not on my character sheet.
Do I have what, mate? A potion of healing?
Potion of healing, yeah.
Yeah, I have a greater potion of healing, mate.
Okay, so
And
I'll
I've got a
take 50
potion
out
of
the
healing.
group fund. If you take a potion of healing, and I'll take 50 out the fund now. Happy?
But for Mark,
me?
is that?
Dave, yeah, Mark,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah, of course.
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
was assuming out of all of us, I'm the one who can heal most, so I didn't expect one.
Yeah.
They're handy to have. They are handy to have.
They are handy when you run out of spell slots.
Yeah.
And we're all carrying something at least, aren't we?
Yeah.
Comes in handy.
Whereabouts is the tavern, Dave?
The tavern, that's the Salt Lick.
The Salt Lick. Okay.
Yeah, that.
Leggit's going to make his way to the Salt Lick then. And he's always thinking that that's a good place to find information and get
Rich.
forced. Yeah.
So I've got options, Dave. Sorry to be a nuisance. I know it's not a supreme or a superior, but it also says greater, and there's no normal. Which one would it be?
If you just put healing into the
So it's now
items,
greater, superior, or supreme, but not.
Should just be potion of healing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Potion of healing. No, it definitely says. Hang on, let me just check. Common. No.
Yeah, it's a potion common. 2d4
Yeah.
plus 2.
It's not.
right? So let's take Leggit to the Salt Lick then. So this is on your first night there, as you're resting. We'll say you've bought your supplies. You're still exhausted from your exertions. Clistron will be in there. Ness will be in there, and a few of the locals as well. As the night is drawing to a close, it's quite lively. There's perhaps a couple of hill dwarves in there, mostly humans, but there's a Kender's walking, two Kenders walking backwards and forwards as well. What would you all like to do?
Think.
Well, shall we go check out those caves? That was something I can remember.
So hold up, Mark. Sorry, Andy. What did you say?
He's going to get a drink.
Yeah, sure. So Ness sat behind her sort of table that you know has been called the mayor's office, but she gets up as soon as you walk through the bar. Oh, good day there, Leggit. What can I get for you? We've got a homebrewed mead, or we've got some beer.
Got anything stronger? I can handle my liquor.
Now you're asking. As it happens, we did find a crate of fire whiskey that washed in. Clistron managed to bring some. Clistron sort of raises his mug of beer to you.
I'll have a pint.
A pint of fire whiskey. She'll say, I tell you what, little fella, you have one sip first and then tell me if you want some more. And she gets a shot glass and just pours you a bit out.
Fine. He'll slam it back.
Okay.
And then try and act all tough and manly and just like.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you a DC for a Constitution saving throw that's relatively low. So I'll tell you it's a 6. As long as you beat 6 on your Constitution saving throw, you don't make a tit of yourself.
Come on, you won. Nice sound.
Okay, chug it back. Arm on the bar. Look, looking around.
My elbow doesn't slip. Cool. So he's going to ask for another, not slam it back this time, just a sip. And he's going to kind of saunter over to the Kenders and introduce himself.
Okay. So to this, you'll say, no, it's not for free. I'm going to have to charge you. I know you saved our Clistron, but and Clistron to this says, well, you know what, Ness? This frowns on me. So you can all have a drink as Leggit heads over to the Kender, and the two Kender they're not kind of not together. They sort of they're just sort of running around, and you see as they're running around, everyone is used to it. As they get closer to them, everyone starts holding their possessions and moving things away, but they're chatting with them. So the male and female, but they're moving around. Which one did you want to approach?
Leggit being Leggit is going to approach the female.
Watch it. She might be trans-Kender.
Trans-Kender.
There it is. That's a respectable one there, Dave. Even you agree.
Respect is due, Downing. It doesn't happen very often, but
it doesn't.
While we're on the subject, I'll tell you what you can reward yourself with, Mark. I know you gave us a chance to get to do the words, but we haven't actually done it yet. If you want to go and reward yourself.
Yeah, go on then, I will.
All right, okay. Jason this week has gone with Extricate.
Ooh.
Who's first?
Good one.
I'm going to go with skin. No, skin. To skin. To
skin, yeah.
Something. I'm playing the odds.
Suvet.
I've never had anything Suvet. I've always wanted to, but
yeah. Just throwing it out there.
We go with salmon.
Okay, yeah. So the female Kender, she's literally skipping, and she clocks you coming towards her, and she'll say, "Oh, fellow Kender. Oh, wait a minute. Where's your top knot?"
Bit rude.
Yeah, bit rude. So Leggit's going to kind of throw his arms over and goes, "Hey, fellow kin." He said, "I need no top knot, you know." Hey, at this point, he's gonna kind of saddle up to her a little bit because he's got a bit of Dutch courage now. He's gonna saddle up to her and says, "You know, so come here often," and then throw a really cheeky wink.
So I tell you what, then we'll roll persuasion. Would it be persuasion? Just to see how charming you are. It's going to be a charisma roll of some description. You can just do a charisma check if you want.
How good is your persuasion? Your charisma?
+2. Yeah, no, she's totally oblivious to this, and she'll say, "What do you mean? What do you mean? No top knot? Top knot's your luck. Oh God, have you lost all your luck? Is that why you think that you're charming and you're not?" Oh, demoed.
Crash and burn.
right in the nads, mate.
That's what you get for trying to flirt with a DM, motherfucker.
So at this point, Leggett's going to chug back his second shot of fire whiskey. He's like, fuck it, and he's going to whip off his shirt and he's going to make his way on top of the tables.
Okay, so this is a performance check, apparently. What are you doing on top of the tables? Is this a
as he did in what was it called? The town.
Oh, Vogler.
Our first town.
Yeah.
Vogler. Yeah. So he's going to be shirt off, whipping it around his head, aggressively gyrating on the tables in the general direction of any females that would look in his direction, basically.
I'm just going to sip my beer whilst trying not to piss myself.
Are the finger guns there
see
as well,
what's
Andrew?
going on.
We're getting finger guns as
You
well. We're getting the finger guns
Absolutely,
too.
mate. Yeah.
So let's roll performance then. You're not drunk enough for me to give you disadvantage, which I'm devoed about, to be honest with you. But okay. So what you said before about slipping your elbow and hitting your head. So yeah, that basically happens. What you're going to jump up, take your shirt off, and everyone sees now this sort of cocksure Kender who's clearly just failed to pull the other female Kender. Whip his shirt off, jump up onto the table, slip off the table, land on his back, hit his head on a mug. The mug then flies up into the air, hits the skylight. The skylight falls down, falls right on top of you, right in the puddings, and you're left groaning, just rolling backwards and forwards as you eventually tip off the bench onto the floor.
Nordan
Arthas
will stand up.
He'd be choking on his beer now.
Nordan will stand up and go, "Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Leggit the Lyrical." Whey!
Yeah. And Cal just signed his beer, put it down, flip a gold coin to the barkeep for damage, try and tuck Leggit under his arm and just walk out with him. just sign and shake his head. This isn't the first time this has happened, is it? To be honest.
We've seen it all before.
Okay. Right. Interesting. So, how else do we? What else do you want to do?
No, I think Leggett's done. Yeah.
Well, we've been there.
He might squeak. Like he's gonna downgrade to beer off the fire whiskey. After a nut shot.
So you finish. Oh, sorry, Mark. Go on.
I was just going to say, I think it's evening time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. So we've been the potions person. We've been the pub. Is it time for bed and early start in the morning?
Long rest and off we pop.
Yeah.
Okay. So just before you turn in, you can see Ness now as she's closing up, and everyone's loved the whole performance. They thought it was wonderful, and there's plenty of slaps on the back. So they buy you drinks for the night. You've inadvertently created entertainment for everyone. So you do catch just out the corner of your eye Ness walking towards Clistron and points towards you and nods, and then Clistron nods back. But as you're walking out, you four guys are walking out, Clistron will walk with you, and he'll just sort of put his arms perhaps round Leggit, and he'll say, Ness was just saying that tomorrow morning, just before we leave. Oh no, that went a bit Australian. We have a little ceremony that we'd like you to take part in.
Specifically him. They get all of it.
All of y'all.
Sabotage.
The laying of the mosaic. If you can put your mark in it, it's kind of like it's a thing that everyone visits. We like you to put your mark in the town, and then because you belong to us. You rescued me, and you're going to help us out. I know you're going to help us out. You're going to be good for this town. So off you go to bed. Wake up the next morning. The Clistron's there to meet you. And as you walk out the house that's been allotted to you, you've got this whole house that you can rest in. Most of the residents are waiting for you outside, and there's it's not a parade necessarily, but there's sort of a polite applause as you're led towards closer towards Lavender's, towards going. You can see where it's the path down to the tunnels, where Ness will meet you there, and she'll say, "Well, thanks for everything that you're doing, gentlemen. Here's your tiles. You decorate them, put your own mark on it, and lay it on the floor, and then you're You're part of the town. You're one of us. It's a short ceremony, and we don't stand on ceremony much, but that's it. You're one of us now.
Yeah.
So what would you put on your tile? And I'm expecting at least what I know what one of you is going to put.
But which one of us is it going to be?
I'm going to get. I don't know. It's Leggit or Nordan. I'm not sure.
Is someone just going to draw a comedy penis? Is that what's going to happen?
Come balls.
I'm trying to work out what you think that we're going to write on there.
Cock and balls.
Oh. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, wouldn't you? Oh, there you go.
No.
I would have.
Yeah,
Louis, it's Louis that definitely would have.
He'll draw a great big wand with 2 magical sprinkly baubles at the bottom. That's what he's going to draw. It's not cock and penis. It's not a penis and balls. It's a wand with 2 sparkly balls.
With 2 magic balls.
Yeah.
Is there sparkly bits coming out the tip of the wand?
Well, why wouldn't there be? They need to know it's a wand, not a penis. That'd be daft.
I feel like I've asked you a silly question, Mr. Johnson. I can only apologise. What's Arthas writing or drawing on his?
Yeah. Oh God, what would he put? I've been laughing too much to even think. I'll just put thanks for having us, and put a little squiggle underneath it.
So Nordan then.
A squiggle shaped like a big moustache.
Nordan's going to wait till the end. Nordan's purposefully going to wait till everyone else is done.
Okay.
I'm done.
So Cal would, as best as he can, he's probably not an artist as such, but he'd have a small triangle with a pine tree in the centre, with 2 wings coming out either side of the triangle, and just Cal underneath it.
Nice.
Cool.
Can I just say before
A little bit sensible.
Nordan draws his tile, Leggit has completely filled his tile with his wand, and it's not possible to draw a bigger wand on said tile.
So Nordan will, in the middle, put a handprint, and then using either prestidigitation or mold earth, it will be written in there in a really nice script. This is the hand of Nordan, the greatest sorcerer this group ever knew.
Yeah.
And then ... the only real magic user.
Nice.
It's factually incorrect.
Yeah, but yours is in this world. Yours is more divination, isn't it? Than divine stuff than it is like if you think classic D&D magic.
I wasn't being serious, Sam.
Just saying.
Cal's probably just sit there with his arm folded, just saying, just factually incorrect.
But he's literally stood there and waited till everyone else has done theirs to make sure that Leggit can't do anything else. So he's watching Leggit do his thing, and when he's done, he's like, right, bang.
Nice. So there's polite applause and lots of thanks for for rescuing Clistrin and helping out with the dwarves in the Bluemaw caves. And that's it. You're off. You're out in the wilderness again. So it doesn't take you long from leaving Heart's Hollow to realise that Clistrin is the real deal in terms of guiding you through the wastes. This guy's grown up here. He knows everything. You very, very quickly surmise that when you met him, the day 2 days previous, that it was just really bad timing, perhaps a lack of concentration that led to the spiders managing to ambush him, because he knows all of the shortcuts. He knows when the floods are coming, and as such, he assists you, so you are no longer passing difficult terrain. It's almost as if you're walking on flat ground, so you make good time going to Dragon Spire. So normally it would have taken you 6, 12, so 1, 2, 3 days to get to the Dragonnel Spire. 5 or 6 days to get there, and it only takes you 3 days to get there, of which you travel there without a problem. What I'll do is I'll get everyone to roll a survival check. I'll roll for one for Clistron as well.
Just quickly, are we within range of the far gap to let Darrett know what's going on?
No, we're miles out, aren't we?
Yeah, you are.
I think we discussed this last time.
Yeah, I think the far gap's
18 miles.
18 miles, yeah. Each hex on your map is 6 miles.
Yeah, because I believe, if I remember correctly, we were on about using it at the portal, I think, and we did the math then, and we were too far away then. So we are way, way out of range. It was either at the portal or we'd met the elves. It was one or the other, and we were out of range then already. Survival.
Yeah, Clistron's rolled a natural 20 for his survival, and he's particularly good at it anyway. Yeah, so he's able to forage for you. He manages to find some eggs. On the first day, he'll hunt down some rabbits, possibly on the second day. So you can keep all your food if you wish.
Oh, yeah.
I believe I took the Outlander background as well. So I might be able to help with that. I think I took the Outlander background as well, so I might be able to help with that.
Ah, wicked.
I think
in which case I should have let you do that. So let's have a group perception check as you are getting closer to the Dragonnel Spire. 18 is pretty good.
19.
He's better.
Because I've just got to do one better.
20.
Says your little brother. That's just perfect. So as you're getting closer to this Dragonnel Spire, Clistron's pointing out features to you, and he'll say, "Well, this here terrain. It's I don't know if you notice that over there," and he points towards a particular rock formation. And as you look, you all think, "Why does that rock look like a dragon?" And it's like a rearing dragon from myth and legend. And Clistron will say to you, "Yeah, there's formations like that all over the place. We don't understand why, but I know there's a dragon in these parts. I've seen this dragon in these parts."
Oh no!
And as you get closer to the actual spire, he points out in the sky. There's perhaps a dozen or so clearly huge, large flying reptiles, and he'll point you and say, "There's the Dragonels that I've been for over a year now. I've been visiting, just dropping off dried meat, but I cannot get close to them. Hopefully today might be different." And he gets to a particular outcropping, which looks like it's a draconic form again, but it looks almost as if this draconic form has its hands held out, and then the neck rises up over the top with this rock maw above it. And he says, "Normally what I do is I lay the meat here, and then I go and stand back. So if you're happy, it might take a couple of hours for them to get used to the fact that I'm back. I've not been back for a couple of weeks, but we'll give it a go." So he lays the meat down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have a group animal handling check. It's wisdom, isn't it? Animal handling.
Yeah.
I remember rightly. Oh, Clistron rolled 2, and he only gets a +1, so he rolls 3.
I get a 14. Look at
I got a modified 19. I've only got a +1 to wisdom as well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What? I'm going to give Nordan the opportunity then, if you wish. You've got these wild Dragonnels. Now, you fought Dragonnels, if you remember. You fought one.
Yeah,
and it was armoured. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it looked like a red Dragonel with armour on. These things, as they're circling around, they look more bronze. They look like they match the surroundings. They look like they'd camouflage into the northern wastes.
So if the others were red and these aren't, so that suggests the others were brought in from somewhere else.
Yeah. That's a fair guess, Mark. Yeah. But what would Nordan be doing that would specifically make them pay attention to him, or?
Okay. I think he. Oh, you can't see my head when I do that.
No,
he'd probably. It's physically the camera. He'd probably first off be speaking in Elvish, because that's probably an older language than human or common. Do you know what I mean? So maybe I'm playing a bit of Lord of the Rings there more than anything. So he'd probably be speaking in Elvish to them, or shouting it so he can be heard. And maybe he's using like prestidigitation and things like that to sort of make images appear, just generally getting their attention and trying to communicate through different forms. So using Elvish and using maybe written language and maybe using visual aids. Do you know what I mean? He'll be trying different forms using magic to create it make it appear visually, and then speaking constantly in Elvish to them.
Okay. So after, let me just have a check their stats. Yeah. So after a while, what I'm going to say to you, Sam, is that as you're using Elven words, there are occasional words in Elvish that don't make sense for this particular situation, and you say the words in common, and they seem to be, with your 19, they seem to be responding to the common, bizarrely. Although I loved your flavour, but as they're latching on it, and it's the mix between the two, as you're going from one language to another, you can see that as they're flying round, they're turning their head towards this common speech, and you latch onto this, and all of a sudden, and then you use your prestidigitation and all the bits and pieces, and eventually, after an hour or so, one lands next to this meat. And you're 100 feet away now. Clistrin would have you well back, and it takes a bite of the meat and looks at you, and then just rears up. So it's all fours on the ground, and it's walking forward, and just standing there, staring at Nordan. What do you all want to do?
Shit my pants.
Are you wearing the brown pants today?
No, they're always red.
No.
So it's still a good 90 feet away.
So he's probably trying to, because I feel like I rolled a knowledge check on Dragonels before and didn't get very much from it.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's probably what led him through the Elvish first. He was trying to think logically, try the older language, and then, like you say, once he's introduced to common, he's got, you know what I mean? He's adapting his approach as he's learning as he goes through. So he's probably trying to call it, noble master of the skies. Almost trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Charm it, but not
a word, Mark.
Charm it is probably.
Yeah.
he's trying to be polite and charming, and we are friends. Say we are friends. We come in with good intentions, and that sort of positive. You've put me on the spot, Dave, and I'm
No, that's fine, mate. That's fine. That's brilliant. No, that's spot on, dude. So to this, it's and I'm gonna lean into Harry Potter again. I've watched and read far too much Harry Potter recently. It sort of bows its head ever so slightly, but stays in position, and then it makes sort of like a Jurassic Park raptor noise, just a single bark, high pitched bark type thing, and the rest of the pack, the rest of the flight, lands behind him and starts chewing on the rest of the dried meat as this wand that's clearly bigger than the rest stands in front.
I was just about to say, does he appear like like an alpha, if you like? I know that's probably the wrong terminology for a flight of dragons, but the lead.
Yeah. So now that the rest are down, it's clear that this fella's or lady is bigger than the others, and Clistron he's just taps you on the shoulder. I cannot believe you did that. That's never happened before. And he's whispering in this sort of reverential tone.
To Nordan, sort of keeping his eyes on the lead Dragonnel, respectfully, and he's like, "And you fucking thought I was expecting this to happen? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing."
You don't know what the fuck you're doing real well, son. No. And eventually you're sort of, you're stunned with the majesty of these things and the clear intelligence behind their eyes as they feed. Unless anyone else wanted to do anything, they are going to feed Scratch.
What did he want to do with the Dragonels?
Just feed them. All he wanted to do is get a little bit closer. Yeah, he's been doing this for a year, and he's got to the point where he will put the food down, retreat 100 feet, and they will land and feed and then fly off again. But he's never had an interaction like this where they've paid attention to him. He was expecting, as soon as Nordan started to make noises, he was expecting them just to piss off. But there you are. So you've given him a little bit more of an insight into what to do. Make loud noises. Make yourself... and he's saying, I can't believe it. All this time I was thinking, just be quiet. No. Make lots of fucking noise. So you've helped Clistron out. As I do like to do, what time are we? We're at 9 o'clock. So it's close to night time as you camp down on Dragonnel Spire. You start a fire going. There's nothing about. There's no one about. It's all deserted prairie land. The stars are out of note. The constellation of the Queen of Darkness and the constellation of the Valiant Warrior are still missing, with Gideon just in between, shining brightly. Yeah, so forgive me for doing it, gentlemen. If you're quite happy, I'll just move forwards until we get to the Bluemaw Caves, if it's all the same to you.
I'm good. That's fine.
So I can't imagine there's much else to be gained at this point. It might be something we can come back to later if it's useful.
Yeah.
The war, as it were, but at the minute...
Yeah. Well, that and the fact that I need to be up relatively early, and I'm so tired. I've just been coughing all night, every night. So I want to leap over the faffy bits. So what Clistron is going to say to you is he's going to say, "Listen, y'all, I've given you all the instructions you need. Now I need to go back to Heart's Hollow. I will see you to the southern edge of the what he'll do is he'll point to your map and he'll say, I'll see you to the southern edge here, and all you need to do is follow the path straight south. Everything I've taught you will see you good." So what we'll do is we'll have one survival check. Are you did you say you got the Outlander?
Yeah. Double check. I did take out the Outlander. Yeah.
Okay, so it'd probably be you looking for food, I would guess. So if you roll your survival check just to see if you managed to find anything.
14?
14's reasonable for me to say that for a 1, 2, 3, 4-day journey, you find 3 days worth of foraging. So you're only going to have to take 1 rations off if you want to. I mean, you can go without food for a day and not be too bad as long as you've got water. Then you'll be fine. Please yourselves.
I'll happily eat some food. I know that's what
Yeah.
Can I keep strength up?
Mate, if it was me in real life, all the rations would be gone on day 1. It's
Well, it depends.
what I
If they
do.
were all cheap, I'd fully believe it.
See, mine is water. I have to be careful with drinking.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I found it when I was in Afghan. I used to pack loads of water, and within the first hour, most of it was gone. But I camel it, so I drink it all in. But then I'm not. It's not like I'm peeing every 10 minutes. I don't pee until I used to get back off patrol. I used to drink tons of fluid, and then I was fine.
Really? So
Yeah,
that begs the question:
yeah.
where's your pouch?
Well, Dave.
Too personal.
That's a discussion for another day.
I know we've known each other for a little while now, but so moving rapidly on. So as you move closer south towards the Bluemaw caves, the caves that are marked on your map, the terrain changes slightly. This is the rock becomes more igneous, Mark.
Right, yeah, so that's... Yeah.
Yep. And occasionally it's volcanic.
Thank you.
That's what I thought.
I was pretty sure that was the answer. I was waiting for Mark to confirm.
I'm hoping
I know
there's no caves in the volcanic rock, because that's impossible.
Well, what you eventually see is that, and it's, well, I mean, you would know that as Mark. You wouldn't know that as Arthas, because none of you are dwarves. So I don't think any of you would know that. But you do eventually see a massive cave, and it's in the cliffs ahead of you. But it's bizarre because there's enormous sapphire blue crystals that line the mouth of the cave. Now, what I've got for you is... Nope, that's the wrong one. Don't give you that one.
Right, lads, who's got the pickaxe? Let's get rich.
Yeah, this adventure in life ain't for me no more.
So, this is where Jake's got an AI app. I think he sent some of you some characters, but it also does scenes as well. There isn't one for this particular encounter in the book, so I asked him if he could do one with his because I'd love to be able to afford to pay for an artist to do this for us, or I'd love to have the skill to do this. But unfortunately, because I know there's lots of criticism with AI, but for us poor fellows with no talent, it's perfect.
Is that an AI?
That's an AI image. Can you see it?
Nice. Yeah.
Looks wicked.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So that's kind of what you see. Let's have. In fact, what I'll give you for free is you can see that this has been dug, and it's been excavated, would be a better way to say it, by something huge, and you can see great claw rend marks near the entrance and all the way around the side. All appears to be quiet. You can hear perhaps a drip of water into the sort of stagnant pool. But you
best not be a fecking dragon. I'll not be happy if it's a dragon. Got a booby pants.
Dragons don't exist, Mark.
I know. Arthas isn't worried. It's me that's crapping his pants.
Nah,
what do you want to do?
Don't worry about it.
We've got to investigate it, haven't we? We've got to.
I want to collect enough sapphires that I can retire comfortably, Dave. That's what I want to do right now.
Well, as you get closer to the sapphires, and from some distance, you can tell that they're mostly salt creations. It's more. What would the term be, Mark? Not. Yeah, it would be crystals, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the mineral. If it's salt in its crystalline form, it's called halite. It's got usually got a slight pink tinge.
Yeah, this is definitely blue, but yeah, they. Yeah. I'll tell you what you can do. Now that you're a little bit closer, you can have. For those of you that can, which Johnson's just gone, so he might miss the opportunity. You can roll Arcana or Nature for these.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Come on, Johnson. Johnson can do it.
I'm useless.
Right, okay. It's Johnson or no one.
Yeah. Come on, son.
You know what it is, Sam? It's because of the mosaic that you laid in Hearts Hollow.
Yeah, Jinx
coming back to
horny.
yeah.
Do you not have a feature that lets you treat any roll lesser than, or is that for attacks?
Oh, well done, Tom. Let me just double check.
I've got it on my notes from last session. Sam says, remind him about ability.
He did say that as well. Yeah.
It's an ability check.
Actually, I think you can actually get caves in granite, but they're not formed in the same way. It's not running water can't burrow through. It's usually if it's dropped by a glacier at an angle, you can have a gap underneath. I think that's the only way you can have granite caves. Wouldn't be very exciting to explore, I don't think.
No, it doesn't. It's attacks or ability checks, not skills.
It's an ability check.
Yeah, it's an ability check.
I'll use that then. So it's 16.
I'll roll in. I can't.
Yeah. Did you miss all that, mate?
Most of it, yeah.
No, not to worry. Not to worry. You can roll Arcana if you.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah. Did you hear what I said?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and attempt to thwart the Schlieffen plan. I'll be back.
Yeah. So
sheep plan.
Cleveland plan, I think he said.
Yeah. Has he said that before? Isn't that the thing in World of Warcraft that engineers do?
No, it was the logistics of the plans. It's to do with World War One. It was the plan that they laid out for attacking France and Prussia.
Okay, so we'll ask him that. Make sure he does know it when he gets back. So what were you turning your number into?
So mine's now a 16.
16, yeah. So these are they are sort of salt crystalline structures, but as you sort of tap one, there's a small one near to you. It buzzes, and it starts your when you did pay attention in wizard school. Not that you needed to, because your abilities were innate. You can remember resonating crystal, something to do with exploding when you throw lightning at them. So if lightning touches these things, they explode. Yeah.
I just took lightning bolt now.
Can we harvest some for later use?
As you try, they crumble. So the structure of them while they're together, they hold. But as soon as you take a piece out, it's a bit like the kinetic sand stuff. As it sort of like falls down. That stuff's weird. Love it. So what do you want to do? The cave mouths open. You've just investigated these little bits of crystals. The path seems clear in front of you.
Do we see any signs of dwarven activity?
That would be, I think, is it survival for tracking?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. If you click
Does
on the
anyone
ability, it'll give you a list of.
Yeah.
Again, I should imagine that would be a Kelevendros thing again.
Make
Wouldn't it?
tracks, hunt, wild game, guide your group through phrase, identify signs. Yeah.
Yeah, I can roll it if you want to.
Yeah, I've only
Yeah.
got +1.
That, and we need to quiz Mark. What was the thing that you said, Mark?
Thwart the Schlieffen plan.
What's the Schlieffen plan, Mark?
The Schlieffen plan was the plan that was used by the Germans in World War One to attack France via Belgium.
Yeah, we Tom googled it. So
I googled it. Proficient in Google.
All right, okay.
So you were checking to make sure I knew.
Just
for knowing that, but you googled it, so.
No, I didn't Google it. Yeah, I'm not really World War One buff, to be honest. It's not my area of history.
No, mine neither.
Yeah, you checking for traps.
Check out the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, let me check the traps first.
Yeah, so as Kel's having a quick scout around, you can't see clear tracks. It's what we'll say is that there was high water the day before, and if there were any that have just been washed away.
Washed away.
Yeah. Sorry, Andy. What do you want to do?
Just wanted to investigate the claw marks on the entrance to the cave.
Yeah.
Just to gauge the size of whatever Gareth's done out.
Sure. So what I'm gonna ask you to do, because it would be, I'm gonna ask you to do. You can have a nature check, but it would be with disadvantage because you haven't got a frame of reference. I'm guessing.
Okay.
$10, which is a shame because the first one was the natural 20. It's something huge. So with a 10, you would suspect you've heard of purple worms, just massive. But purple worms are like the creatures in Lord of the Rings that come out of the Battle of the Five Armies type thing. You've heard of elemental creatures. But whatever it is, with a 10, it would be huge. Yeah. So just to put it into what have you fought so far that's particularly big? So Dragonnels that were large creatures. You're medium. Dragonnels are large. The ogre that you fought was large. So so if you think of an elephant as being the extreme of a large creature, and then you go one further to Mahusive, yeah. So sort of a woolly mammothy type size, if not bigger than that. Then that created this space.
I hope
basically we don't want to find it.
But what? Yeah, go on.
No, I took out a quick divine sense as well.
Yeah, sure. You aren't picking up anything in the area.
Let's wander in.
Okay. So
what's the lighting like, Dave?
The blue crystals are actually giving off light. They seem to be absorbing the light and casting it around. So you can see rays are coming in from. There are gaps in the ceiling, natural light coming through,
okay,
and it's being amplified by these blue crystals. So there's this very angelic blue glow in the whole cave, so that you can see perfectly well without lighting.
Okay.
Is it Arthas and Kel up front? Leggit and Nordan behind? Okay. Let's have everyone roll investigation, please.
Investigation.
Oh, God.
Rolling like a donkey tonight.
Okay. I missed the top one.
Arthur's got a 13. I got a 6. Kel for a 5. Leggit for a 20.
Okay. So Arthas, Nordan, Kelevendros, as you start to step forwards, Leggit is the first to notice that there is actually a pit trap on the entrance, and this covers the whole of the entrance as 3 of you start to plummet down into this pit.
Oh.
As Leggit jumps back.
God damn.
Catch us, Leggit.
Featherfall.
Hit my strong hand.
Well done, mate. So beneath this pit trap are spikes. As you gently fall to the ground, what I'm going to get you to do is make those that have fallen make a dexterity saving throw with advantage. If you get higher than 10, you can dodge the...
Add a +3 to the saves because you're within 10 feet of me, within 30 feet of me. Sorry.
Just as
If
well.
I rolled a 22.
Yeah.
I would have rolled 9 with advantage.
I rolled a 9 with my +3.
That's with your +3. Okay. You still... I'm only going to make you take D10 damage, which is a lot less than it should be. But you, just as you land, you stumble and slightly impale. And as you're falling gently, you can hear from behind you the voice, and it's sort of quite a high-pitched voice now, saying, oh no, I didn't mean you. Oh, I'm so sorry. And Leggit, you turn around now and you see a dwarf woman running towards you, flapping her arms. Very apologetic. And this woman, this female dwarf, is very, very old. Brown, weathered skin from being outside for too long. Everything about this woman is knitted. She's knitted her own clothes. She's knitted her hair. She's even knitted a cover for her warhammer. She's sort of got this warhammer over her shoulder, and she's, I'm so sorry, wee man. I'm so, and she just peers down and says, "Hey, down there, lads. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it."
Apparently, I didn't roll advantage, Dave. My brother's just.
I didn't want to interrupt you, Dave.
Oh,
Tom didn't roll that as
thanks, mate. I was getting into it a little bit then.
I know.
All right, so you don't take any damage. I was looking for an excuse to see if the new thing works.
Leave my thing out of this.
Sorry, Tom. Sorry, Dave.
But Mark, if I ever go near your thing, I will take drastic measures. Right, so what do you want to do? Yeah.
Callow just kind of shout up. It's okay to have natural defences, but could you give us a hand getting out, maybe?
She'll say, I laddie, no problem. She actually unfurls her hair. She does a bit of a Rapunzel. Why not? And throws it down to you, and she'll say, I set the traps for the dragon lads. The dragon men. We set up camp here, and they just fucking turned up. We saw them before they managed to see us, but yeah, no, it wasn't for you.
They can glide. Do you know they can glide? That probably won't work with them.
So she turns towards Arthas, and she sort of looks up and says, "Oh, I haven't seen many knights for a long time, but no, I didn't know they glide, but that's handy." So here's a question: who's got the far gab?
Me.
Yeah.
So at this point, she turns to Nordan. As she gets Nordan out, she looks Nordan up and down, and she'll say, "Is that gnomish engineering you've got there?"
Oh yeah, baby.
Because Nordan will just play into it, so he'll lean in conspiratorially like she is and be like, "Maybe it is. Who's asking?"
She'll say, "Well, me, I'm a little bit of a fan of gnomish engineering. I've never seen anything like that. As you can see, I like to devise devices myself. They're reasonable, but I've never seen anything like that. You have a gnome with you?"
have a friend who's a gnome, and I too am a fan of their engineering. I want. What was it called? What was the catapult thing called?
The gnome flinger.
I want stepped in an experimental gnome flinger.
Aghast. Right. You're coming with me. Let me just reset this. You're coming with me. I need to know all about this. So she resets the trap, and she's sort of. She'll introduce herself. She'll say, "My name's Gracia. The rest of the clan. There's only 7 of the others in the caves. I'll tell you all about it in a minute." So she resets the trap, and she crawls in the opposite direction from the cave, and you can see a small opening. Now, this dwarven woman, she's perhaps 4'2". She has to crawl and struggles to get in.
Oh dear.
So you would fit, but it's going to be, well, except for Leggit, but especially for Kel and Arthas, it's going to be difficult for you to get in. But you want to follow?
Yeah, I'll go through with my sword banging on everything and constantly bumping my head and going, "Oh, bastard! Ow!"
Language, Arthas.
Oh.
Kiss your mother with that mouth.
No.
You make your way in. It takes you about 10 minutes or so to get into the rest of the cave, and inside you can see 7 other dwarves, so Gracia will say, "Look lively! I've brought us some friends," and she gestures towards and say, "This is the Migan clan," and she'll point them all out. So there's she'll say, "Reka, Brem, Grap, Lop, Usk, Trop, Eula. This is all of us." And there'll be a fire, small fire, and food made available to you. And you sort of settle down and look suspiciously round at each other, but no one seems to be volunteering any information at the minute as Gresha goes off into the corner with Rekka, and they seem to be having a bit of a conversation. Do any of you wish to do anything while that's happening?
Yep. You've been introduced to us. Now we must introduce ourselves to you. For we are the Calaman Commandos, with a K, not a C. Someone do a gap fill while I find my notes.
Yeah, and Cal would have made a show of putting his arms to the side, so his great sword to the side and his long swords also to the side, so he's not armed, trying to kind of put them at ease. And he'd look at the others to do the same.
Yeah, I'll be squatting on the ground, so I'm not looking. I'm not in any sort of threatening position. I'll be sat like in that position.
I feel like every time you got to do this, Sam, it's got to be off the cuff.
I've got a list, dude, so I don't repeat myself. So first he'll go. First, may I introduce the group's Kender, Leggit, the Loud. Over here we have Arthas, the Adequate.
Yep.
Kelevendros, the Keyless. Don't ask him about keys. It upsets you sometimes. And I am Nordan the Nifty.
Indeed.
The dwarves to this, the rest of the dwarves that are just sat around as they're in a little bit of a huddle, they sort of but they don't respond to
They don't get the joke.
Yeah, no, as they just sit there, continue to eat. From the corner, there was sort of it became a little bit heated until eventually Gracia just sort of used her higher. She's a little bit taller than Rekka, and And she points her down, and Rekka sort of slumps over. And Grisha comes back and says, "Oh, sorry about that, lads. Rekka there, she's a little bit suspicious, but I wonder if you could do us a wee favour." And she looks around at you all.
That would very much depend on what the fate of the. That depends. Yeah. What's the favour?
Well, no, you're right to ask. Inside the cave, we'd kind of just. Let me tell you our story. We were captured in the south by the Red Dragon army, and we were used as slaves, slave labour. But the 8 of us, we managed to escape. We escaped into this blue cavern. I don't know where my Scottish has gone. And she'll say, we'd been here for two days, 2 nights, and then the dragon men came again. I don't know why they didn't see us, and we did manage to escape, but they've set up camp in our cave. I wondered if you'd clear them out.
And are they also Red Dragon Army?
Yes.
In that case, yes. We'll happen.
Wait. How many, roughly? Do you know?
Well, they have been coming and going. They've been looking for things inside, and when they find something, the bigger one flies out. Inside, I'd say there's 4 or 5, maybe 6 of the smaller ones. They're just so you know, because there are fang worms in there as well, just near the entrance, that you may need to deal with.
Oh, what are fang worms?
Well, I don't know what else to call them. They have tentacles and a beak that look like worms.
So we would recognise the term fangworm is something they've just nicknamed, something they've found, they've nicknamed it a fangworm. Is that the impression we're getting?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I was pleased with my Scottish pronunciation of worm.
Yeah. It's harsh if you're called Carl in Scotland, because everyone will call you Carol.
Carol. Yeah, they will. Yeah. She will, because if you're sort of hesitating slightly, she will say, I don't know if it piques your interest, but they are finding treasure in there. I mean, I would be more than willing for you to take your share, but there is a lot of coin in there.
I feel like the Kalaman commandos will defeat Red Army anywhere they find them.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they've got that much money there, it must be, I reckon,
A horde.
Sorry. No, some sort of payment, payroll for the soldiers, or something that will really piss them off if you take it.
Could be, yeah. Certainly warrants further investigation. I think, so Calvin said, if the Dragon Army are here, then we are here to fight them. So, regardless of reward, I think for our own safety, as well as the safety of others, we would need to handle the situation. But do you know anything about how they're set up? If they're encamped, or?
She will say, to be honest with you, where you fell into my wee trap, they're coming in through there, and they're flying up outside, and I don't know where they're flying to, but the ones that are inside now are the only ones that they're here to excavate the treasure, and then the one that flies out the top, and it's him that comes and goes. He flies further north. I don't know where they're going to.
And the army you escaped from, what direction were they headed?
We escaped well down south. She'll be able to tell you. Let me take you to your map again, because it's a long way away.
Okay.
So this is the world map. Your northern wastes are here. She was caught way down here. That's Sylvanesti there.
Wow.
So it was a long way away, and they were captives for a long time. Their camp, they were in this mountain range here when they were captured by the Red Dragon. And she also mentions a blue dragon army as well, but you knew that Dalamar told you that the red and blue dragon army invaded Sylvanesti. So, but it rings true.
Well, gentlemen, it seems we have a task to be about.
Yep, I think we should go and investigate.
What a shame. Got to put a few more red dragon soldiers in the ground.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's hope so. Let me take you to the entrance of the cave. She, as you go past her trap, she will talk you around it. She'll sort of say, "Oh, there's a pressure point here. There's a pressure point there. Make sure you go around." And there is sort of a knack to it. It's a very clever device. Oh, that was the other thing that we didn't touch on. Yeah, she basically tells you that she loves gnomish devices. We didn't touch on this at all. Just a little bit of flavour. And she's absolutely fascinated by the far gap. So I'm assuming that you tell her all about it. And
Yep.
Yeah. No, she's and she'll say, because we wanted to live here in a little bit of seclusion, so we'd rather you not tell anyone about us until perhaps the war's over. We're too old, and you look now, and they are mostly old dwarves, elder dwarves.
No, we won't betray you. Don't need to worry.
Well, I think Tom's thinking the same as me. They probably mentioned that there are people that know they're here, but didn't want to approach them. That there is a town nearby of people who, oh no,
We swore we wouldn't tell them. We just say that there's, there are people around that have taken an interest that mean you no harm, that would potentially have common interest if you will be willing to meet them. Would be a better way to phrase it.
Yeah, go with that phrase.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a nice way to do it. So yeah, she'll say, well. Interesting. I'll tell you what, we'll discuss it more when you. So this is the cave entrance. Blue crystal formations line the wall and floors of this cavern, so dense in places that they look engulfed in ice. The crystals glow sedately with a dim light. The igneous rock round here is just solid, as these crystals have this glow about them. Hopefully you've got that view.
Yes.
Here, so Arthas, you can see here is a sheer cliff. That drops 30 feet down to there, and that one drops off as well.
So it's just as well we've got rope by the looks of things.
So there seems to be a larger cavernous area to the west, and then the drop off to the south. Where do you wish to go?
Which way? Yeah, which way do we want to go, chaps?
I'd say clear the cavern first.
Is it worth sending Leggit ahead quietly to search that cavern as well?
The shadows have actually drawn a cock and balls for me.
Well, this one looks like a middle finger.
Surrounded by balls.
Sorry,
the cave's saying "fuck you, buddy."
Yeah, so I can do a stealth rock here.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
not gonna hurt, is it?
Go for it, dude. Blimey. Yeah. So you can move yourself into this area then if you wish, Mr. Johnson, just to map it out. So you can see the sort of crystal formations around the wall. Appears to be a dead end in this area here.
Okay. Continue my recce. Is there anything of interest that I can see? Do a perception check.
You can roll perception then. 15. You can see there's large, still claw marks. Old claw marks with your 15. But you can also see large cracks in the earth as well. So there's sort of cracks all the way around. Some of the cracks are where the crystals are forming from. But there's not really anything else of note.
Okay. And the cracks aren't big enough for a Kender to fit through or to investigate.
Yeah, they're a reasonable size. Do you want to have a look inside or a poke around inside one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
So in terms of like large cracks, there's it's basically where the large bits of crystals are. Are you having a look at that one there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Do me a favour then. Roll initiative.
Oh,
bitch.
Bloody hell.
Masturbation's what you need.
Oh, God.
It sat on a 14 for a minute then.
Check me out. Didn't roll the 3.
No, he didn't.
I rolled on the wrong thing.
I can apply it, mate. What did you roll? 7.
14. No, I didn't. A 7. Sorry. Shut up, Sam.
7.
It's because it sat on the 14 and then tipped to the 4.
So Nordan roll. Initiative 7. Okay, everyone else on?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So next to, when you reach towards this crack right in front of you, this snake-like creature slithers out of the crack, and if you can see here, reaches towards Leggit. It is going to make an attack with advantage then, so that's 19 to hit you.
You know, Leggit went first, don't you?
Yeah, it's a surprise round. The perception of 15, I rolled quite well for a group stealth check for these lads. So that's 8 points of slashing damage. As it grabs you, the tentacles latch on to your skin, causing the 8 points of damage, and it draws you into this beak, which also tries to snap down. It rolls an 11 as you manage to twist out of the grasp of the beak. So let me just work this through in my head.
So it's a snake-to-puss.
So that one's attack. So this one is going to make itself visible, and he's got sort of a 50-50. No, in fact, this one here now is going to crawl out of the rock and head towards Leggit as well. This won't be an advantage attack. However, it is 17 to hit you. Oh, the hit points are working. So that's 10 points of damage.
It was at this point that Leggit realised he'd fucked up.
Yeah, maybe so. It's a 14 with the beak, though, so that misses.
Yeah.
So that's... Let me just run through these. So Arthas doesn't get a surprise round. Right, there's a Grick to the north here. He's got a 50-50 choice. So what I'm going to get you to do, Mark, roll any dice for me. Odds, Johnson, evens towards you.
Ooh, saucy.
Odds, Johnson. Okay. Tentacles rolls an 8, so that one misses. Takes us to Nordan, doesn't get a turn this go. Next Grick. Right, this one's going to start slithering its It's going to start slithering its way towards Arthas.
No.
Rolls 15 to hit Arthas. You AC 21, which the last one is that's visible to you is going to go towards Kel. Oh, mate, that's a crit. 24. Oh. Well done, Mark. The second attack is a 7, so that misses.
It's a miss, yeah.
So that takes us to past the surprise round. Now more are going to start to appear on their turn. So let me just make these others visible to you now. Okay. So this one, is he within striking range? Yeah, it's gonna have to be Leggit.
Oh,
25, 25 to there. Yeah. And then move and climb. Yeah. So Leggit again. Is it flanking? Strictly speaking, it's not flanking, so it's going to be a 23 to hit Leggit.
Oh, no.
That's 11 points of slashing damage. The beak only rolls a 7, not rolling very well for those. This one's going to have to come to you, and that is flanking.
What a flanker.
Yeah. Dude, 19 to hit. 5 points of damage. And a natural 1 for the beak. What are you on? I think I can see, actually. You're on 9.
Yeah. 4.
4? Right, it's your turn, Andy.
Get the rock out of there.
Run.
Yeah. Is only one thing I can really do. I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar at the 2nd level.
Okay.
So they have to make a strength saving throw. 13.
Sure. So it's going to be, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go clockwise from that point. Strength saving throw. 22. What's the DC?
The DC.
What's your... It will say attack/save in the spell.
Yeah, it says strength 13.
13. Okay. So a 10.
Yeah.
So 2 fails. Right, that down.
How many have rolled so far, Dave? First 2?
2. Yeah.
So 2 fails,
3 passes. That's 20.
Yeah.
4 rolls a 6, fails, and then last one rolls a 5. So 2, 4, and 5. What happens?
So tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a saving throw. On a fail save, target takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage but suffers no other effect.
Okay,
nice.
Right. So if you roll your damage, I'll apply the normal and then half. Nothing against. No, it's necrotic. You said, didn't you? That's rough, mate. 2, 4, and 5. Then 1, 3. Only take 2 damage. Okay. Anything else then?
So which one's passed, Dave?
Top right and the left one.
Yeah. So Passed. And passed.
Okay, so I can't. Yeah, I can't slip by him without using the bonus action disengage. I'm just gonna have to disengage, bonus action, make a move away.
Okay.
Yeah, defo.
30 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Right. Okay. This one is gonna come at you. Excuse me. Rolls 23. 4 exactly. Yeah, leg it down. Where are we? That. So the next one is going to be that one. He's going to slither over your corpse. Yeah, it's going to climb onto the wall, use dash to get to there. Arthas, your turn.
Right. Bonus action, I'm going to put healing word on Leggit, so he gets to make a weapon attack, and he's healed for 6.
Okay, so let's do your weapon attack first, then, Mr. Johnson.
And
Should heal 6. Yeah, I'm enjoying it because the what's it thing is telling me your success and failures for your death saves as well.
Yeah, it's on there. I can see it too. Very nice, Dave.
Working well.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 HP. Attack with a dagger. 23 to hit.
23 hits, mate.
Come on, sword.
Come on.
7 points.
It's not.
Yeah, that's not bad. These are resistant to normal damage, so it's only going to take 3. I'm assuming that it's because of their skin. Yeah, they seem to be resistant to non-magic damage. Right, so that was your bonus action, Mark.
Yeah, so then I'm going to... How much movement do I lose if I barge past these two? Because I don't want to... I'm going to get 2 attacks on me, but I'm trying to avoid that one.
Gotcha. So if you went into this space here and passed, that one's on the wall, so you can enter that space and move past.
I'm just going to get by Leggit. There.
Right. So you're going to have 2 opportunity attacks from these lads.
In fact, it'll be not there. I'll be there. Yeah, and I'm going to take opportunity attacks from those 2 boys.
Okay. So the first opportunity attack rolls a 9. Second rolls a 10.
Yeah. They don't hit me. Right, and then I'm going to swing. I've still got my action, so I'm going to swing my sword like a mofo at the one that I can hit.
Go for it.
I'll use a super duper thingy as well.
Nice
so
one,
here
Mark.
we go. Here we go. Rolling with advantage. It's not in spells, is it? That's 16.
16. Oh, you know, I'll turn that off. 16 is going to hit.
Hey, so it's plus a D8. So I'll roll my damage first. Damage longsword +1. So that's 9 from the longsword. And from the another 5.
14.
Yep.
Nice. That you're chopping chunks of this out now. You've gone through its sort of tail as it's trying to strike towards Leggit. You've hit the base of it, and there's chunks flying off it. That's your turn, I'm guessing, then, Mark.
Indeed, it is. So yes.
Okay, so that takes us to this group now. It's got a choice of 2 as it slithers towards. Tom, roll a d6, please. 1 to 3. It's going to be Leggit.
Okay. 3.
It's Leggit. Rolls a 6. That's its turn. Nordan.
Nordan is going to cast Ice Knife at second level.
Okay.
And I'm going to aim for your man there.
Okay.
That's a 27 to hit there, Dave.
That'll do it, mate. Yep.
Sorry, hang on. I think I'm. Yeah. Why is that? Oh, yeah. It's 1d10 for damage. It's the splash damage, isn't it? So 4 points of damage.
Yep.
And then it's 2d6. So I need a reflex dex save from all 3 of them.
Okay, so top to bottom, 16.
Pass.
20.
Pass.
4.
Boom. So he takes 2d6 cold damage. So he'll take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Fail.
Yeah, that was what was your DC 16 then, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna spend. No, I'm not. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, Cal.
Cal's going to step up into this space so that if they try and go
very
for
much.
He's going to see that Arthas has gone to save Leggit. He's going to cover Nordan.
Nice.
Bonus action, he's going to run his hand down the blade of his greatsword, and as his hand comes, I don't know you guys play Blood Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah. Many years ago.
So, did you play the DLC with the Moonlight Greatsword? You've seen that animation from the DLC, you know? So he's going to run the hand down this sword, and as his hand comes down, as it passes, the sword's going to start glowing. It's kind of platinum light. And then he's going to start with the one on it in this one.
Yeah.
Work his way through. So it's an additional +1 to hit.
Oh, you catch a magic weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Now he can really chop chunks out.
Yes, you can. Right, roll to hit.
Okay.
We're going to root to shrubbery quickly before my go.
What was that?
Uproot a shrubbery.
Uproot a
Shrubbery. Wow. Apt.
12 misses, mate.
It's a 13 to hit because +1 from magic weapon.
Yes, it's still misses. Only just. It just manages to slither out the way.
Okay. And then second attack.
Yeah. Come on, mate.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. 6, 5 points of damage for a total of 15. 16 with +1 there. Is that?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna hammer. Sorry, talking to myself. I'm just getting used to my new setup of things. Turned the stat sheet mouse over off so it didn't get in the way, but that's updating his hit points, so I need it on. Right. So that's your bonus action in action. You can create yourself an extra action slot with Greatsword +1. Or just, in fact, just equip a Greatsword +1 and just know that it's for your magic weapon, mate. I mean, it's...
Okay. That's also concentration, just to be upfront.
Nice one, wicked, mate. Thank you. I'll remember that for next time. Right, Grick's turn. It's going to be the one next to Kel then. He's got an obvious target. 16 to hit Kel. Misses. Which I can now see easily because I can just look at you. Right, next one next to you to the south that you've just hit rolls 14. That takes us to the top of the initiative. There's a Grick around the other side. Mr. Johnson, roll a d6 for me, please. 1 to 3, you.
Oh.
So he's going to roll 13 to hit you. Okay. And the one at the back, Sam, your turn. D6, please. 1 to 3. Johnson.
Oh, I've rolled 2 by accident. Sorry, Dave. It was a 3, the first one.
Okay. 30. Yeah, he can get to there. So that's 15. It's 11 points of damage. Leg it down again.
No. I'll ask him to reroll that.
Okay. 10.
Missed.
Nice save there, Mark. Again.
Well done, Mark. This is MVP so far, Mark. Leggit's turn.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got fucking hell. I'm gonna cast Hadar again. I don't think it affects.
It will get me, but I'm not that fussed. I think
It will get you.
It will, yeah.
Right.
I don't mind. I can take it. I've not been hit yet. But
You can take it as hard as nails. Okay, yeah, I'll cast Arms of Hadar again at second level, mate.
Strength is what type of saving throw is it?
Strength.
13.
Strength.
13.
Okay. Yeah, strength for 13, mate.
I've made the save.
Yeah. So that's your.
Only just, mate. Only just.
All 4 Gricks make the save.
Oh, these are tasty little bastards, aren't they?
They are.
We're going to find out afterwards because we're going to eat some of them, chop them up, fry them. It'll be like snake to puss steak. It'll be the new thing.
What it tastes.
Better. So it's 6.
Do I take half damage?
You take 6, Mark, yeah.
Yeah. Right,
But you don't lose your reaction.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've used your reaction as it turns out, so it wouldn't have made any difference. So that's your action then, Andy.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to, while I'm still sort of clinging onto life, bonus action disengage, just move sort of this side of the crystals.
That's a 30-foot drop.
Out of range, but not there then, Dave.
Okay, so you can see as you're sort of running away, you can see like sort of a sandy area now. So that's 30-foot drop, 40-foot drop, and this here is a 50-foot drop, and it looks like there's a sandy area at the bottom. So that takes us to this Grick. It's next to Arthas, so it makes sense. Rolls a natural 1, Mark. That one misses.
Yes.
Takes us to the Grick next to Cal. Rolls 10. Arthas, your turn, Mark.
Right. So what type of damage did I take from that before? Oh, it was necrotic, wasn't it?
Necrotic.
Right.
Necrotic, yeah.
My go then. So,
yeah.
I am going to move up 1.
Yeah.
And bonus action. I'm going to put bolstering rally on Leggit, which means he gets a D8 plus 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Which I'm going to do. Oh God.
7 temporary hit points.
7 temporary hit points, which might keep him up. And then, with my action, I'm going to cast Sacred. Hang on, I'm trying to find the use of bolstering rally. Right, okay. I am now going to cast Word of Radiance. So they all need a DC 13 con save, Dave.
Okay, I'm going to do it in the same order that I did from the bottom round. So DC
13.
13, 16, 7, 12. So the middle two fail.
Right. Okay. So they both take
Come on, Mark.
7 damage.
Wicked. This one dies. How does that die with your...
Well, it's what it looks like is anything that I don't like the look of just engulfed in a white divine fire. So the others aren't actually dying, but we'll just see that one. It'll just catch him fully, and he'll be incinerated and just end up a little pile of grey cementy stuff.
Nice. Oh, so you can't eat it.
There'll be more.
You've already chopped one in half. So Grick,
that's me done.
Wicked. So it's going to be the Grick to your south that's going to try and bite you. Roll 7. Nordan.
So Nordan's going to start with a firebolt at this weakened one here. Oh, that's not working. Why
That one?
not working? Nope. This one.
Yeah.
To help Arthas out.
Wicked.
21 to hit.
It's Mole Sam.
7 points of fire damage.
Not enough.
Okay.
It's
He's then going to spend a sorcery point. I'm going to try it once and once only to cast my version of Sacred Flame, which I think is called something else, isn't it? Moonfire. So he's going to cast Moonfire, and he's going to cast it on these two here.
Yep,
to help Kel out.
Yep. 16 DC?
Dex 16, yeah.
Okay. Top one rolls 21, bottom roll rolls 10.
Okay, cool. So bottom one takes 9 points of radiant damage.
Nice, and it's 2d8 now for your Sacred Flame as well.
Yeah.
That is a nice cantrip.
2d10 for my firebolt.
Yeah.
Only cantrip, but it's. I wanted to test the Dex thing, and I think Dex is probably not the way to go. So he's sort of testing the waters with these creatures.
They.
That you're rolling really well.
do you want a nature check?
Yeah, I meant to ask that on the first round. Actually, can I roll a check on? Saying that, I say nature. It's terrible. 20.
20 is really good. So these are Grick. They're known predators, ambush predators. They are reasonably fast. They're as fast as they are strong, but they are dumb. What? 17, yeah. I mean, you've worked out most of it yourself. They're resistant to non-magical damage. Yeah. No. Yeah, they're basically dumb animals. They're not much more than just base predators.
Yeah.
Kel.
So, as a bonus action, I will expend my free use of Healing Word on Leggit.
Okay.
Leggit staying alive.
This is great.
Max.
It's 7. So it's so very rare that I do anything of a technological nature, and for it to have worked, I'm so happy.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
7 points healing, Andy. Yeah, it's awesome. It is really good. I'm kind of trying not to look at it too much and not metagame, but it is really good.
I watched an episode of the A-Team for nostalgia purposes, and I wish I hadn't, because when I was a kid, I absolutely loved it, and it's proper shit.
Yeah, but when you were a kid, there was literally nothing else on.
Yeah, but I loved it. It wasn't just like, this is all right. It was like, yay, A-Team. It's rubbish.
What did you heal me for, Tom?
You've got 7 points of healing from Healing Word.
Okay, cheers.
Did you get your temporary hit points as well, Wendy?
Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't show that, which is a shame, but
And then go back to the well, mate.
Okay.
And this is included in this time. I've added the. So first one's an 11, which is a miss. And the second one's an 11, which is a miss.
Dude,
2 3s.
you need them to. You need an opportunity attack, don't you?
Yeah,
right.
we're not set up for that now.
Yeah. So
grinder had
Grick
broken.
on you rolls 14. That misses. Grick to the south of you rolls 9.
I'm starting to feel like I think you feel like in Pathfinder, Dave, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can't hit anything, but I'm holding everything up.
Well, now you know my pain. So this is going to be on Arthas. I mean, you've got everything trapped now. So attack on Arthas. 12 misses. Second one, I think that's Arthas as well. Yes, it is. 21 mark.
Oh, it's just hit me. What a knob jockey.
Yeah, he's rolled 2 natural 1s for his damage for a total of 4, which
What type of damage is it?
it's slashing, Mark.
Slashing damage. Well, in that case, I shall actually take. Where is it? Can't remember how much it is. Where's me?
Basically,
Oh,
nothing.
master.
Basically 1. Leggett's turn.
Heavy armor master. Is that it? No, it doesn't tell me.
He's going to cast. It's going to be a bit of a boring bitch. He's going to cast a firebolt at this chap here next to Arthas.
Reasonable, mate. Nothing boring about that.
Especially when we know
19
there's a
to
bigger
hit.
fight to come.
Save.
19 hits.
11 damage.
How does that one die?
It's just incinerated. So the fireball hits. It just kind of disintegrates into ash.
Sure.
Oh.
Well, yeah, why not? Okay. Any movement, any bonus?
He's going to bonus action hide. He's going to move in close to the crystal and he's going to kind of tuck himself into the crystals and just sort of hide.
Yeah. Okay. Roll your stealth then.
Do we even need to roll stealth anymore, Dave?
No.
Why do you even ask?
Right. Attack on Kelevendros is 22, dude.
That is a hit.
Yeah, that's 10 points of slashing damage. Can the beak actually hit you? 13. No, it doesn't.
What am I rolling for a con check?
It's 10.
Concentration check.
Yeah, DC 10.
Okay, and yeah.
Beats it. Arthas.
Right. Here we go. I am going to, first off, I'm just going to move over. So I'm going to take 2 opportunity attacks. What am I doing here? Why can't I move? Oh,
Why?
I'm going to take two attacks of opportunity to get to there.
Okay. First one rolls 12. Second one rolls 11.
Don't hit me. The one that doesn't look very well, that's next to me, I'm going to give him some pasty. So, well, I'm going to attempt to give him some pasty.
Let's see. Roll to pass on the pasty.
Oh, I didn't declare thingy either. Oh. So I think that's
the miss. You can roll again if you want, Mark.
Does that miss as well?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Well, you don't use your thing if that's
charge. Yeah, it doesn't waste the charge. So I've still got a bonus action, which I don't know what I'm going to do with it. How much damage have you taken, Kelly? You've taken quite a bit, haven't you?
Don't worry about it. It hurt his feelings. It didn't hurt his actually hurt him.
Oh right, well, in that case, I think. Yeah, I'm done.
You know, I'm going to tell you this anecdote. It's very unprofessional, vastly unprofessional. We once went to a gentleman who crashed his car who was pretending to be unconscious, and it was me and a chap called Chris at work. And he was dealing with another patient who wasn't poorly at all. And my patient, like I say, he was pretending to be unconscious, and it was raining, and it was cold. And it got to the point where I was saying, mate, just open your eyes. Mate, stop mucking about. And eventually I said, right, you, stop fucking about, open your fucking eyes, I'm cold. And he did. And just over my shoulder, Chris had come to see if I needed any help. And he said, Dave, you can't say that. I said, I can. I was checking for a painful response. I was trying to work his feelings. And it worked. Right, sorry. What were we doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry, Mark, you were doing bonus action.
Yeah, I was declaring myself done.
Okay. So the Grick is going to slither past. Yeah, why not? Past Leggit, if you wish an opportunity attack.
Go on, lad, give it some serious heritage.
Absolutely.
So you'll be rolling with advantage because you're stealthed.
Yeah. Can that be a cantrip or spell?
No, because you haven't got that feature. You need Warcaster for that.
Okay.
I always call it the wrong thing.
No worries. It would just be a standard dagger slash then Dave with. Is 17 hit?
17 hits. However, you did roll with advantage, so you can apply your sneak attack to this.
I can.
Oh. That's what happens when you don't know where the Kender is.
D6.
So 10 total takes 5. So it has to move out of your range. As it moves out of your range, it's kind of got a choice of 2 then. So where we're back with Mark. Mark, roll D6, D1 to 3, Mr. Johnson. Should say please roll D6, please. So it goes back to there and attacks the little Ken. 22 to hit Leggit. That's 6 points of slashing damage. So you're taking that on your temporary still, aren't you?
So you've still got 1 temporary left.
But as the tentacles latch onto you, the beak, it pulls you into the beak. Has rolled a 15. And the beak hits you for 4 points of piercing damage. Hold up, mate. You're not taking that on your temporary.
Where's temporary?
They're next to well, it says map.
Literally right next to it, Mark. Yeah, I've just seen it.
Click in that. You just put the number temporary in, and then it deducts them before it starts on your proper ones.
Okay, what was it before? So it was 4. It was 4 plus 6 on it, so it was on 20. I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. You were on 20.
I wasn't 20, but
you was on 20 because Oh, right, I see.
Yeah, let me just figure this out. So it should be 13 Mia with 7 in a temporary. And it was what, Dave? Sorry?
This last one was 4.
For a
Last
total
one was
of
4.
Yeah. So you're taking...
Yeah, first one was 6. Last one was 4. So yeah, it's still going to be 10 points. I'm still going to be on 10 points.
You're not, mate. Were you on 20?
No, I wasn't. Because I didn't have the temporary. I didn't see the temporary hit points. So I added it to my.
How many hit points were you on before it hit you?
I was on 20, but that was because I added the temporary hit points to my normal hit points. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
So I know
You
what
get me?
it means. Yeah.
Right.
know
Yeah, I do.
exactly.
I do. Yeah.
I did that the first time.
From what I figured out, I'm on 10. I'm on 10 hit points at the moment.
Okay. Right. Nordan's turn.
Nordan's going to aim for the weakest one.
Yeah.
And throw a fireball at it.
Okay.
Boom. And kaboom. So that's a natural 20 for 22 points of fire damage.
No.
Wish I'd shot something else.
I didn't see you roll that. Mind you, I think I've got the thing.
No, it's not come up on mine yet, but how does it die?
Well, I was going to cook it perfectly, but when you hit with a crit, you can't cook something perfectly, can you? I feel like it's barely ash. It's just...
Anything else?
So after that utter annihilation, I'm going to try and intimidate these creatures.
Okay.
So Nordan's going to yell, really make himself big and loud. He's just launched this fireball that's just astronomically blown one of them to pieces. And he's going to be like, run from us in fear! They probably
Okay.
Common, but you know.
Roll your intimidation.
Wow.
These, as they're like I said, because you knew that they were dumb creatures. They're basically, they smell blood, and that's all they're after. They're not interested in loud noises and bangs and whatnot. So yeah, they're not paying any attention to you. Kel's turn.
Okay, so 2 attacks against my mate here at the very
Go
top.
for it.
The first one, go on. 24 to hit.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, see, you're getting 2 attacks though, dude.
That's only one of them.
16
Okay,
damage.
it's not enough to kill it, but that's another chunk off it.
Okay, and attack number 2. 26 to hit.
Yeah.
It's all coming good.
And 11 points of damage.
How does that one die?
So I think it's literally just going to cut it into 3 pieces, so 2 slices. You know, nice little snack-sized pieces for later.
Yeah, well,
And then I'm going to take a 5-foot step into that one space, so that I threaten both of these 2.
wicked. Okay, so that takes us to... What's that? That one's at the top. He's got a choice of 2. It's Tom's turn. 1 to 3, Arthas. If you'd roll d6 for him.
There's a 6.
That's going to be towards Kelevendros.
I've been so fluky. It's not been me once yet.
Rolls a natural 1. Takes us to the top, which is the one at the side. So there's kind of 2 targets then. And he's gone. Sam, you roll d6 for me, please. 1 to 3, Leggit.
Is Leggit not stealthed?
Nope. He had the opportunity attack. Oh.
6.
Right. So there you go, Mark.
Sorry, Mark.
That's 20 to hit. No, you're 21.
Get me.
Wow. Right. Mr. Johnson, your turn.
You muted, mate.
We cannot hear you. Still.
Excuse me.
Won't.
Yeah, it's just going to be another firebolt, I think, against the guy to the northeast of me.
Yeah, you're in melee range, mate, so that will be disadvantage.
And we are flanking, so a melee attack would be advantage.
What's that? Bonus action disengage.
Bonus action disengage.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
and then firebolt this chap here.
Go for it. 16 hits. Points of damage. Okay. Looking ropey, starting to singe. Arthas.
Right. I can see. Can I see Cal? Sorry. Leggit. Where's Leggit? I can see him, can't I? Can't I? Yeah. I'm going to give him another for bonus action bolster. Bolstering thing.
Scrotum.
That thing, yeah, absolutely. It's called. Yeah, that's precise, right?
Bolstering scrotum.
Channel ability action says that's no. What? I can't find it now. Let's just go to... Sorry, folks. This is. I've used it once today. Here we are. So D8 plus 5 temporary hit points, which will be maximum.
Yeah. 13.
13. Yeah.
Tell him when he gets back. So action.
Action. I am going to. Sod it. I'm going to cast for my action. I'm going to cast that spell again. The thing that word of radiance. So that's those 3 that are within 5 feet of me. It's DC 13 con roll.
Okay, just to double check, that wouldn't hit Cal, would it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's I choose which creatures it hits.
3. So I'm going to do north to south. Natural 20, 13, 11. Bottom 1 takes damage.
Bottom 1 takes damage, right? That's not what I was hoping for, but that's not bad.
Yeah. That's radiant as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So
that's me done.
That's you done.
Gonna, go and
hold up, mate, because they might be attacking you.
Oh, they might be. Right, okay.
Yeah. So this one is gone again. Mark, roll D6, 1 to 3, you.
1 to 3.
I can hear you. It's all
Oh, yeah, no, it's all right, mate.
Me, yes.
Yes, it's you, rolls 12. Go on then, Mark. Nordan's turn.
Right, I'll be back very soon.
It's on me again.
Andy, you've got 13 temporary hit points, mate.
Yeah, I got that bit right. Oh, thank you.
Just double checking, couldn't know if you could do it or not.
Yeah.
I've got it. The new technology doesn't do temporary hit point.
So, rinse repeat, firebolt on the bottom one. To the one south of Arthas.
Yeah.
That's a 26 to hit there, Dave.
Yeah.
For 9 points of fire damage.
How does that one die? In fire.
With fire, Dave, yes. Hello. Do you also see Pyromaniac? No, that one is cooked perfectly.
Nice.
So he throws the firebolt, cooks it perfectly, and looks at Cal. He's like, that's how it's done. Not at Cal, sorry, at Leggit. He's like, that is how it's done.
Smells like chicken.
Tastes like chicken too.
Yeah, Cal's turn.
So Cal's going to hit the one to the north.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on. Damn you. 24 to hit.
Go on, mate. Go on.
Come on. I'll re-roll that. I'll re-roll that too.
Okay.
Great weapon fighting.
9.
For a 1, so 8.
10. It's 10.
Yeah. 10, yeah. Sorry, yeah. The way, yeah.
Okay.
Then we'll go again.
Yeah. You've only got to poke. You've got to tap it. 15 hits, yeah.
11 points down. I'm guessing I don't need to re-roll that too.
No, you do not. That dies. The last Grick standing is going to get 1 coup de grace. Rolls 13 to hit Arthas. Leggit's turn.
Get me.
Come on, Andy.
Actually, as per the Sentinel feature, because I moved,
Did you tell Andy about his hit point, his temporary hit point?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's got it.
That's the wrong thing. But it's still a 25 to hit.
Yep. That'll do it.
Roll that one.
Nice. Last one dies.
Very nice.
Okay, so I'm about 8 minutes from leaving now, or needing to go to bed. Then, gents. So what I'm going to do is leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger, quite literally, as you make your way down here. Excuse me. The passage descends in a series of sheer cliffs, each one plunging further into. Further than the last one into the depths, so 30, 40, 50 feet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Nordan to here, and just on the edge of the cliff. And my whole computer's frozen. Oh no, I'm back.
Bomb candle.
So, if you'll indulge me for a second. Just going to position you right, that's not player. So as you make your way down, so you're gonna have to use either your abilities or some climbing skill, but you can take your time to do it. You get to the cliff edge here. You can hear the sound of draconians coming from this chamber. This chamber's ceiling opens to the sky above, and much of its ground is made of fine sand. The cavern walls are engraved with claw marks in intricate geometric patterns. 5 draconians labour below, shifting the sand and placing treasures they find into half-filled sacks, while the winged draconian watches. So what you see in total are 5 of the bars draconians and 1 of the larger Sivak draconians moving around this chamber.
Wait, have we come across a Sivak before?
You have a Wheel Watch outpost. It's the only time that you've met. No, that's a Bozak. Sivak. It was. Hello.
Was that the one that when it died caused frightened condition?
Yep.
Yeah. Froze Arthas in place, didn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Bloody
So
typical.
what I'm going to do, let me just clear that from, because we'll finish the session here, and how we'll begin next time. Let me just position you all so you can see. Is because you'd have done this, but I need to go and finish. So I've taken liberties, as I like to do. Leggit would have investigated. Leggit would have told you that there's 5 bars and 1 Sivak, and then come back to report to you. You know that there's enough sound that you can get onto this shelf here. That drop is 50 feet. But as soon as, especially Arthas, gets anywhere near here, he's likely to be seen. So in fact, if I put you back, Leggit can kind of come and go. I'm not, like you say, Andy, I'm not going to ask you to roll. And what the bars are doing, they're basically going into this sand and dredging up handfuls of coin. This was some kind of treasure vault, and it looks like the Sivak is waiting with the sack, and they're depositing these coins in this sack. And Gresha already told you that the winged one can fly out the top.
Just a quick point of order. I would have given Leggit 28 points of healing out of my lay on hands pool.
That's back full, isn't it?
That's a convenient number, isn't it?
It really is.
It's almost like I was looking at Twitch stream.
Right, chaps. So we'll the words, Mark.
All right.
Jason went with Extricate. He went with Extricate about a month ago when we arranged this. We've had Christmas and all sorts.
Well.
Yeah,
I haven't used it.
I know. He's getting the hang of it, isn't he? Jason went with Extricate. Sam went with Skin. Tom went with Salmon, and Andy went with sous vide. Which again, it could have been easily. Right, so nice one, gentlemen. Until the next time, I'm going to turn
I'm going to tip as well, folks. So
this thing.
Massive pleasure.